We've come from Dallas, and we've been gardeners for years, and our yard looked great there because it was really small and manageable. But it was so much water, so much work.
I have really enjoyed living here because it was so hot in Texas and humid and miserable with mosquitoes. And everything that you planted, it was touch and go whether it was going to live or not. And plants just love it here. And you can stick almost anything in the ground, and if the deer don't eat it, it's going to live. And being able to grow vegetables here that I never could have attempted in Texas.
A chubby.
When we moved here and we drove up to this place and saw the garden, we went, oh my God, and the view. But we didn't realize how old we were. We were in denial because the garden is way down the hill, and that's enough to wear you out. The other thing when we moved here that we were in denial about was gardening on these tiered, sloped flower beds. And I have fallen out of them many times, but I'm a good roller. I just sort of roll.
Every morning I like to get up and go down in the garden and see how it weathered the night and water a few things and listen to the birds, and it's just great. I love the garden.
I've spent hundreds of hours and dozens of trips to Midnight Farm with the junk I pull out of the salal, dead branches, this and that. So I bet we have the best salal on the island.
Well, I know that David Bill thinks that we're building a golf course because I've taken so much junk there.
The learning curve on gardening is so complex compared to interior design. I mean, it's design, but then it's also the light, where you grow it, when it's going to bloom, if the deer are going to eat it, or bunnies or slugs. I mean, it's like interior design with 6 or 7 dimensions.
You know, I thought gardening was you plant something and then you water it and take care of it, but you don't have to mess with it. I realized, or I learned through experience that
He's
no.
still learning. He is still having a
and-
small reaction.
And I can still get upset about it, but I've moved some of the plants in our yard at least 4 times. I know that. And it's just ludicrous to me. I think that that's a stupid part of the hobby.
But I think you accept it now.
Oh, I'm getting better about it. I'm getting better about it.
He was building me a surprise, and I thought it was going to be a box. And he built that little garden shed, which I love. That has saved so many trips. I just love that thing. And I love him too.
Yeah, there were a lot of trips in the beginning going up and back for tools. Oh,
Yeah.
God. All these little places have events that are sort of associated with them. But during COVID, Martha just comes into the house one day and she goes, we're going to build a trail and a garden here in the middle of this salal right here. And I'm going, whoa. And her and her sister, I mean, they got out here with, you know, all the implements of destruction and started to build this trail. And it was amazing. And now I'm always just going to associate this trail with COVID, but the time when all of us were together as a family and you and your sister working together on it, it was quite an event.
We called it our magical mystery trail. And we'd sit out here and happy hour and laugh. Oh, we'd have so much fun.
Trying to work in the studio and work in the yard and all the other responsibilities around here. It's a struggle sometimes, but like I said, I really do love our place and how pretty it is and peaceful and calm. And Martha's done a really good job making it look nice. It's improved so much since we've moved here. I was in a corporate environment and I didn't have time to do anything creative. And when Martha and my children got older and went to college, I really had time where I could work on some things. I started working on little pieces of art like my assemblages, and it was very therapeutic. It was very relaxing for me, and the creative experience that I would have doing it was very pleasurable, and time would just fly. And so I just expanded on that over the years and got more and more into it. I'm the person that you go to the garage sale and I'm digging through all the boxes and I'm trying to find, interesting things that intrigue me, or, flea markets, estate sales, stuff like that. And I find something and then it builds, it sort of sparks the process, and then I pull things together. I'm sort of a hoarder of little things, and I've got a lot of bins here with a lot of different things. I didn't sell any art until I moved here in 2016, and I did the first tour here, and then I started selling things. It was like whenever I made these things, there was so much personally that I had in it, that I was really attached to it, and also the experiences that I was going through whenever I was building the piece. And so it was really hard. It was like selling a child in a way. But now I have a different attitude on it, and there are some pieces that I'm going to hang on to the rest of my life. One of the things that I'm trying to do whenever I build a piece is create an aura that you found it in a family member's attic after they passed away. And you go, what was going on here? And so that is sort of, that's why I like to weather the boxes, and it's always under glass, so it gives it a feel that it's curated in a certain way and it's protected from the passage of time. One other thing that I do besides the assemblage is I make cigar-box ukuleles. I don't know how I came upon it. I think that I was, at some shop or something, and I saw them, and I felt like that it was a great opportunity to do something different and musical. During the Depression, this was how people, they would get these cigar boxes and make musical instruments. And Lightning Hopkins learned how to play the blues guitar on a cigar box guitar. And so I felt like it was an opportunity for me to do something different and make them works of art, but also playable. I am the president of the Lopez Artists Guild. And so this year I've been spending a lot of time focusing on bringing the tour back after being off for a year because of the coronavirus. And so that's what I've been focused on, and working with the board, and we're having a lot of fun because it's going to be a great tour.